We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup, as it'll be our visitors taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Joshua Carney ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Truly one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league, is willing to do whatever it takes to win and plays through a lot of adversity and continues to do it at a high level in his high 30s. Trying to make another run to the Super Bowl here in his 17th season.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the 34-yard line.
Here's Stafford. Connects with Kittle underneath. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Cowboys first down.
Now it's Stafford. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Second down and a little more than a yard here.
An 8-yard gain brings up second down at the 16-yard line.
Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
Third down and 1.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
At the 14-yard line.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 without the 4.
Nate Wiggins on the tackle. A 9-yard pickup.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. To throw is Stafford. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
A loss of 2 yards.
It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. McPherson's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they'll likely get a few more drives before we see the second team, but a good start for the first unit with 3 points.
Yeah, good start, and now they want to see them build on it because you're exactly right. They'll get a few more drives at this stage of the preseason. Can they continue to evolve and add to what we just saw in the first drive?
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And there's no doubt about the talent that we see from C.J. Stroud. We've watched it develop in his first 2 years in the league. But the best way quarterbacks are graded is winning. He's out there trying to win his 3rd division championship in as many years.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Stroud to throw it. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Harrison Jr. a gain of 10. First down.
A man who was a collegiate standout nearby in Austin, it's Bijan Robinson. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now it's 2nd and 10. Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Stroud. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. And on now is the punter. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's going to bring the football back for a touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Extra point forthcoming. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Stafford. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Well, that's caught downfield by Kittle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
He's got the hook up downfield to McConkey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ladd McConkey, 43 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 3rd and 3. Here's Stroud. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Chicago.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. And he's brought down. 14 yards that time for number 14.
First down, Chicago.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. That's to the left side, taken in by Harrison. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
First down, Chicago.
They run the draw here with Robinson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up second down.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap to Stroud. Over the middle, pass caught by Warren. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
First down.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
And Stroud now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This from 36 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better
and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Operating from the gun. McCord finding Bourne here over the middle. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out of joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Robinson up the middle. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Stroud keeps it. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
2 yards on the play.
Give him 2 on the play there. And that leads to a Chicago first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end was a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
And it brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
Really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. 2nd down and a yard. On a jet sweep, it's McConkey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And Stafford's going to take it himself. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The 17-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrison. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll be a Chicago first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Throwing now is Stroud. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Keon White in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. And right side, they're going to go option here. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, Stafford connects with Kittle underneath. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The Chicago offense set to get started. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt it in, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
14. First down, Chicago.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now we'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Cowboys pressure, gets there this time for the sack. Keon White, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Marvin Harrison Jr., 62 yards. And his guys are going to take the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Now for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17 to 10. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And out now come the Cowboys. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Isaiah Simmons, boy, he can move all over the field, and he gets a tackle for loss there.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now Stafford connects with Kittle underneath. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd down and 10.
Stafford. This one finds McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
That's good for a Cowboys 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's going to be hemmed in and blocked down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Connects with Kittle underneath. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
That's another Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
To throw is Stanford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Kendrick Bourne from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Gets past one man. A second Jew. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. He's got his man. It's Pierce. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Complete to Johnston here. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Stroud working out of the gun. He's got another one to Johnston. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Stroud to throw it. That one finds Pierce right side. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Chicago.
The throwing again is Stroud. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He's got Harrison left side complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Marvin Harrison Jr. as the first half is winding down. And his guys are going to take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Cowboys 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Stanford. And he hits him in stride. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before the break. Stanford connects with Kittle underneath. So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. Yeah, he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Quick slant caught by Pierce.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown, Chicago.
Alec Pierce,
74 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball's out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small magical spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for Cowboys. First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. And this one complete again to Mims. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and inches.
Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On the jet sweep, it's McCarthy. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Cowboys 17.
right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back to throw, Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's Stafford. That is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys! Marvin Mims, 62 yards. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Cowboys 24.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him done.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Stroud. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to be out up around the
down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Connects with Kittle underneath. And they're way past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To the air again, Stafford. And he'll be up just a yard or two shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Cowboys, first down. First and 10 at the
McCaffrey running up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with third and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's another Cowboys.
Now Stafford. To the left side, he's got McConkey. They'll go for a gain of 7. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the 6-yard line.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Stafford. That's complete right around the 8. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be fourth down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. First and 10 upcoming. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Kyle Van Noy, his second sack of the night. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Over the middle, Harrison. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. 35 yards that time on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Cowboys offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Takes it to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Down at the 37-yard line.
McCaffrey on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And 6.
Stafford. That one complete to McConkey. And he will have the Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of 11. And the Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. From the gun on 3rd down, McCord. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down?
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Xavier Hutchinson.
A give up the middle to right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
2nd and 13. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8. That's complete to Hutchinson. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go around. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on third down, McCord. And that is incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one.
He's brought down with the 31. A 9-yard pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. They'll go with a keeper. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. 1 yard is the gain. And that leads to a Chicago first down. Given 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 17, and it also gives him the first down. Up the middle, here's Henderson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The 49-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. They set up the screen for Henderson. Given 6 on the screen, but now it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Third down, here's Henderson. He's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line.
2 yards. And it's third down.
Out of the gun now on third down.
Pass complete to Loveland.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Colston Loveland.
32 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
27.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And now here come the Cowboys.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Got his man. It's Williams. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Oh, he's hitting off the football. Put it on the carpet.
And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Looking to throw. McCord going to look deep for Wilson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Incomplete. Kirby Joseph on the coverage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. McCord.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they run with Blue. And he stopped immediately there.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. McCord. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
It's now 3rd down.
Operating from the gun. McCord. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Cowboys' 1st down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
Cowboys.
Operating from the gun. McCord. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back around the 18-yard line.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18.
Operating from the gun. McCord drops it to Blue. Complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the gun on 3rd down. McCord. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back around the 18-yard line.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fleming. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Chicago offense set to get started. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They give it off here to the tight end. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
First play of the drive. Excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
He's brought down by
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.